I was trying to graduate. I don't know who else was graduating that year at the time. I didn't know and did not care. All I know is graduating was my first priority. So a lot of them shenanigans they had planned and to do, I just was not with.
Pick yourself. Pick yourself.
What's up and welcome back to my channel. It's Raven, aka Princess Sippy, and today I am back with another video. This is something that it's dear to my heart. Black Greek letter organizations. Specifically, I'm obviously a member of the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the first Black sorority. And I just want to talk about BGLOs in case, you know, someone may be interested in joining. Black Greek letter organizations are also Black Greek fraternities and sororities that in the late 1800s, early 1900s brought together Blacks, African Americans on a common goal of scholastics, social justice, social reform, healthcare, many things dealing with the community. My senior year of high school, I was in this graduate chapter's Miss Fashionetta pageant, and I won first runner-up in that pageant. And that solidified for me which organization that I would join, because I always knew when I was a kid that I would be in a Black Greek letter organization. And the way those women conducted themselves, the way they were just willing to help, and I wasn't even their sponsored member of the pageant, they were just willing to help and give out a helping hand, and they were classy and not snooty and smart and carried themselves well. And I was like, oh my God, all these years people have said the AKAs are uppity and full of mess and this, that, and the third, which some of them are, let's be clear. Some of us are, but not the bulk of us. The bulk of us are good people. And they carry ourselves with grace and class and dignity. In becoming a member of AKA in 2012, there were a lot of things that I was not privy to prior to me becoming a member. When I got in for the social part, to be social, to do community service. But initially I did it for the connections and stuff, for the community service and for business connections. Done some community service, not so many business connections, but yeah. You can become a member of a Black Greek letter organization while in undergrad. Organizations have national requirements, as well as some universities may have their own requirements. You can only become a member in undergrad at a 4-year university, acquiring a 4-year degree while matriculating. Once you have completed that coursework of 4 years and you have acquired your degree and you did not become Greek while you were in undergrad, you can surely become Greek in a graduate chapter later on. These are quite expensive, quite costly membership fees. It's not cheap at all, but some people got it like that, others don't. But hey, you get what you want to get. You make a sacrifice, save, whatever you need to do that. There are so many ways to get involved in Black Greek letter organizations. You have so many service hours and things you have to do while you're in college as well. So in addition, if you have a love for community service, then naturally that love for community service is going to be fed through doing things while you're in your organization. Now, while I was in undergrad, I became an AKA my senior year. I'm gonna preface this by coming backwards and saying, going on and saying that I don't have good relations with my undergraduate chapter at all, period. I do not participate in any of their activities. I disagree with a lot of the things that they did, a lot of the ways that they moved. And a group of girls on my line sisters became very cliquey. They were very cliquish. I had run-ins with a couple of people, just some people I just have no relationship with at all, because just because you're in a sorority or fraternity does not mean that those people finally become your friends, even, let alone just because you're in the same organization, but that does not make y'all friends. It does not make each of y'all each other's kind. Let's be clear about that. So there are some people in organizations where they fake the funk while they online, and that's why once they offline, they don't say anything to each other for the rest of their life. And I'm cool with it. At the time too, when I was in undergrad pledging, I was busy as heck. I was working quite a few hours at Kroger, and they were making me work the night shift because they were mad too. I was on Student Government Association, SGA, at the time as well. And I didn't have time for a lot of the shenanigans that them folks were talking about when I was online. That's probably one of the reasons why too, that I didn't have such good relations. I just went with all that. I was busy. I felt like once I pledged, we became equals. And I feel like if we're pledging in the same organization or any other, it's a sisterhood, it's a bond. Ethel Hedgeman allowed to know that people have become petty, messy, and catty full of bull would turn over in her grave. She would be very displeased. And some of y'all would not be members for that very reason. But hey, I can't stop y'all for being members. I didn't pick you. So that's between you and Ethel up there and the Lord. If I see them at any type of event, homecoming, I have not been to homecoming since 2016. If I see them, I'll speak to them. Other than that, are we hanging out? Nope. I have a relationship with one of my line sisters. My cousin is actually my Neo. And there's another Neo that I converse with. Other than that, out of those three people, it's a no for me, dog. And like I said, some of the others, it's not that I have issues with them or not that we are at each other's throats or we just, can't stand each other, we about to fight. It's just that I haven't talked to you in years. We really have nothing in common, but we're cordial, we're good. We just ain't friends, and that's fine. You have to learn how to be adult and to live that way too. Like, you have to be adult about the things. Move on and say, hey, all is well, whatever. You know how you doing. I wish you the best. And keep it moving. And keep it pushing. Would I recommend anybody to be Greek? I would. I don't really think my experience in my undergraduate chapter, I would still not discourage anybody from becoming a member. If that's something you want to do, by all means do that. All chapters operate differently. All chapters are totally different. Every line is totally different. So I would not discourage anybody from joining. I still love my sorority. My undergraduate chapter did not change my mind about being an AKA. I still agree with the principles that our founders set. I still try to live them to the best of my ability. And this is going to be my last point. There are some people who join sororities and fraternities for the clout. In my opinion, people like that have insecurities of some sort deep down inside where maybe they have never felt accepted. And then when they do join their sorority or fraternity, something like a gang. Sort of like people who join gangs. It's kind of like the same thing. They're joining gangs to be loved and accepted. And by joining it, they lose themselves and things like that. That's never truly you. If you're joining something just for love and acceptance, something that does not make you purely who you are, I don't feel like that's healthy. But for those people who really want to join organizations, or you are a part of one and maybe you can't find a way to revitalize your relationships, hey, remember this: you were somebody before you ever joined that organization. You're gonna be somebody if you decide to renounce, or when you die. You're still gonna be whoever you were. You're gonna be somebody. Without that, you don't need to have an organization attached to you to feel accepted, to feel like you are somebody. You are made in the image of God and you are special. Know that. Okay. And then my undergraduate relations with those people in my chapter kind of turned my idea of that sour. But then I meet sorors all the time from in Houston at my job. I've met sorors in the past from different places through other people. And I have yet to meet a soror that reminds me of the relations I have from my chapter. And I think that says a lot. That's my experience in undergrad of being part of a sorority. I like it. I wouldn't change it for the world. I don't want to be a part of any other organization, and it costs too doggone much for me to renounce. Ain't no reversing this. But I just want girls, before you join a sorority, know what you're getting yourself into. All of the aspects, the good, the bad, the pretty, and the ugly. Know that There will be some people who may dislike you because you became a part of one. There may be some people in your actual chapter who dislike you just because you woke up this morning and God gave you breath. Okay, so with that being said, thank you for watching my video. Thumbs up, like, subscribe to this, turn on the post notification so that you won't miss a doggone thing. And I'll be back with some more for you later. Holla.
Pick yourself, no.